Okay, in this what we're still doing is solving by factoring in this Desmos activity, but now what we have to do is a little bit of extra work to set our equation equal to 0. Notice in this equation we're given x squared plus 3x minus 20 is equal to 8, and we need to solve this by factoring. So the first thing we have to do is set the equation equal to 0. So what I have to do is get this positive 8 over to the other side. So I'm going to subtract 8 on both sides. Notice that what I did is I lined up the negative 8 with that negative 20. My goal is to set the equation equal to 0. So now I can rewrite this equation as x squared plus 3x minus 28 is equal to 0. So on your Desmos activity, when you get a problem similar, that it's not set equal to 0, you're going to have to fill in the 28 and the 0. Now, so step 1 is complete. Step 2, we now need to factor completely. So we need to factor x squared plus 3x minus 28. So what I did is I thought of everything that I could that multiplies to a negative 28. I have negative 1 and 28, negative 2 and 14, negative 4 and 7, 1 and negative 28, 2 and negative 14, 4 and negative 7. Remember, I'm trying to think of two numbers that multiply to a negative 28, but are going to add to a positive 3. Notice here the only combination that's going to work is a negative 4 and the positive 7. So I can rewrite this x squared plus 3x minus 28. I can rewrite it as x minus 4 and x plus 7. So when you're going along doing your Desmos activities, you're filling in right on that Desmos screen where those blanks are. So now step 2 is complete. Step 3 says, set each factor equal to 0, using that zero product property rule. So I can say x minus 4 is equal to 0, and x plus 7 is equal to 0. Step 3 is complete. The last step is I need to solve for the variable. So I have x minus 4 is equal to 0. I need to get x all by itself, so I need to add 4 to both sides. What I'm looking at now is that one of my answers is going to be x is equal to positive 4. I'm really just taking its opposite. Now, I have to solve x plus 7 is equal to 0. So I minus 7 on both sides. Here, I'm going to get x is equal to negative 7. So we're filling in all of those blank spaces. I wanted to do this one together to make sure that we're on the same page when we had a problem that was not set equal to 0. If there's any questions along the way, make sure you're reaching out to your teacher and make sure you're filling in right on that Desmos screen where the sketch is so that we can see what you're writing.